Cryptocurrency and the blockchain technology that supports it is changing the way that we use the internet. Many people are not yet aware of this technological revolution, but it is happening at an increasingly fast pace. It all started with the original release of the infamous Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system created by Satoshi Nakamoto on October 31st, 2008, to the initial coin offerings, or ICOs, that are transitioning many technologies into the blockchain today. It is undeniable that this technology is changing the way that businesses and individuals will transact with one another, and it's creating new possibilities for the future. One Name Global, Inc., or onG for short, is one company who is taking advantage of these new possibilities by moving their social platform, onG.social, into the blockchain. And with me today is the Chief Visionary Officer of onG Social, Adrian Rosenbusch. Adrian, good to see you again, man.
Good to see you too, man.
Yeah, good to see you. So, listen, the one thing I really like about onG Social is the fact that you can put all your social networks in one place. You can distribute the message through onG Social to all your different social networks. But what other advantage is there to using onG?
Well, onG is a great backup for all your content. Actually, a lot of people have been coming to us for that, and we call it mirroring content. That way you can post to all your different social media networks and you're saving it, because there have been some problems with channels being shut down and things like that.
Right.
And we're also monetizing all those transactions.
So let's talk about that. How do you go about monetizing? What is the process? For those that don't know, how would you monetize that process?
Well, traditionally, if you were starting up your own blog or anything like that, you would have to find advertisers, convince them that you have enough viewers and it's worthwhile.
Right.
But here we're landing advertisers for everybody. But it's going to become a more sophisticated system as we go into the blockchain, using a gravity algorithm that's going to measure the global impact of the post and verified truth. They're going to be incentivized through cryptocurrency to go through and validate people's posts that they're putting up as news. So goodbye to fake news, and it's really encouraging people to make more quality content, really push themselves.
That's amazing. I mean, especially in today's day and age with fake news and everything that's happening.
Because it's a social dashboard, it tracks and monetizes all your transactions, and that takes a lot of pressure off the content creator.
So currently you're looking to launch your own ICO and move that platform into the blockchain. Can you give us an overview of what that will look like?
Well, on July 17th, we're going to have our ICO, and we're going to release about 25% of our total cryptocurrency at that time. And after that, we're going to have 50% more that's going to be released over a couple of years, and that's going to be rewards for the community. And we're going to be releasing on a dual blockchain. We're going to release on Ethereum and Waves simultaneously. We got this idea from MobileGo because we really appreciated the complexity of that and how it offered safety and redundancy. Because some of these platforms are getting overloaded during their ICOs when they're getting so much traffic. And this is a great way to compensate for that.
So I know you haven't taken on this project by yourself. Tell us about who's a part of your team.
Oh, I have an incredible team. The main core of the team, myself, and the CEO, Christopher Kramer, who's the one who originally architected this whole project and thought of a better way to do social media. So he came up with the concept and he really pushed forward, and he did an amazing job even with the first alpha. And the continuing betas just went phenomenally. We've also brought in Alex Lasarev. Alex Lasarev has been someone who's been helping people since 2008 reach their maximum potential in all areas of life. He runs an Infinite Man Summit, and it's run all over the world, and he has a huge YouTube following. So he's a kind of a self-help guru. He's in charge of our marketing, wonderful guy. And then there's Larry Christopher Bates. There's a guy who he's launched several ICOs, and his own one, Bitline Global, is a drone pilot program in Ghana that's 100% blockchain technology, and it uses drone pilots to map out Ghana and ensure people's land rights.
Oh, wow.
And that project has gone through the roof. Actually, just today in the crypto exchanges, it flew through the roof. So it's super successful. As a team, we're just doing amazing together. We have this great vibe where everybody's able to input their creative energy, use their strengths, and everybody else just picks up where anybody else is deficient. And we just have an amazing vibe. And it's the way we're structuring our whole community. We value everybody's input, and we put the best foot forward. So I love the team I work with.
Sounds like you have a very impressive team with you. Now, what is it about blockchain technology that's so appealing to you as a company?
It's immutable, it's decentralized, it's completely transparent, it's secure, it's exactly where we need to be. It doesn't lend itself to top-down control, which is really important. There's no one central point telling everybody else what they can and can't do. And we're making sure that people's voices are heard, which is huge.
So it seems like the big factors in your decision is a lack of top-down control and the fact that voices are being heard. Why is that such a concern?
It's such a concern because a lot of talented people are having their voices suppressed. It may not sound like such a huge issue to a lot of people, but it's happening more and more frequently. If you check the news, a lot of the status quo networks are really, really clamping down more.
Right.
So fewer people's voices are being heard. And that may sound like somewhat of a small problem, but it really touches home when somebody calls you, we had an investor of ours, called us up, and I think one of the cool questions that we get is, how is this going to change the world? And that's not a question I get from investors when I've dealt with other businesses.
Right.
What's profit margin? How are we going to make a return on this? They want to know all the numbers. These guys, blockchain, the first thing they ask is, how is this going to change the world? Because we only want things that are going to benefit humanity. He came to us and said, I have a friend of mine, a really good friend of mine, who's sitting with me in the room, and he's devastated because he just had a major channel wiped out. He spent 10 years on this channel, built up thousands and thousands of followers, and that was his primary source of income at that point. So he put all this work into this great original content that was motivational, really helping people out, and then it was wiped out just like that in an instant, and the guy was gutted, and he didn't know where to go from there. We made a commitment. We are not about censorship because it's too dangerous of a game to play. For us to decide from the top down what we like and what we don't like and impose those things on other people, it becomes a very, very dangerous, slippery slope, and we don't like that at all.
So how will this project keep evolving?
This project's going to keep evolving the same way we've always used our platform. We keep looking for new emerging technologies, new social media channels, new avenues to add to this project. So we're adding, on the status quo side, we add new social media networks. Anything that our users are requesting, we keep putting those onto the platform in our existing model. And as we move into the blockchain, we're adding new things like storage or Golem supercomputer, many various types of cryptocurrencies that we can offer as rewards. So we're giving a lot of different avenues for people to be able to generate revenue, have their voices be heard, and maintain that perfect balance between centralized and decentralized networks.
So how can people find out more?
For more information, people can go to onG Coin, ONG coin.io, check out our white paper, see all the wonderful features we're going to add, read more in depth about everything that we're doing, really get a sense for the team, and see more about our ICO on July 17th.
So Adrian, what's the main thing you want everyone to take away from this interview?
The main thing I'd like people to take away from this interview is to capture why we're doing this. Not the fascinating parts of cryptocurrency or they might make a killing on this or that.
Right.
That's not what we want to focus on. It's the why. This is a passion project for all of us. This is a way that we can actually change the world. And that's the kind of project I've always been looking for my whole life, and now I've found it. All of us have found it. We've all found a way that we can make a real change in the world that's going to benefit millions and millions of people, and the passion and excitement of this project, I just can't overstate it. It's drawing people in. This has a real stickiness to it. Once you've been exposed to this, once you see the core values of it, it starts resonating with a lot of people deep inside where they really understand this is actual truth. This isn't some hyped up thing that we want to believe in. This isn't some new product that I don't need. This is something that the world's asking for and that we're going to be able to deliver. So which side do you want to be on? Do you want to be on the side of progress, or do you want to be the side of stifling things? This is everybody's time to join something real and join something that's going to help them out.
That just inspired me. That gets me excited. So, man, thanks so much for your time.
Oh, my pleasure.
Thanks, Adrian.